Today we're going to be doing a political reading to get a better sense of the energy and forces around the balance of power that is shifting and changing in the world right now in a pretty terrifying and horrific way. We're going to be doing a 5-card spread, super quick. And let's see what the cards have to tell us. The first card is the public energy, the general atmosphere of the collective. We have the visible power, public face of authority. Number 3, hidden influence, behind the scenes power. Number 4, the pressure point, where things are most likely to erupt. And number 5, the direction the momentum appears to be heading in. Here in the first position, the public energy, general mood of the public, we have the Emperor reversed, which indicates that we have seen the order that we have come to know and expect totally turned on its head. Hence the instability, the feelings of instability. Number 2, visible power, public face of authority is exploitative. 6 of Pentacles would be generous and harmonious were it not in reverse. So we have exactly the opposite of that. That's what we see when we look at the institutions and authorities that used to govern our everyday existence. So it's no surprise there then that the real damage that's being done to us is emotional. Not only do none of us ever expect to see our happily ever after, right? The death of the American dream, if you are an American like myself, we can be controlled with those negative emotions. Hopelessness is a powerful political tool, let's put it that way. So, interestingly enough, the Hanged Man reversed is in the position of the pressure point, which indicates itself a turning point. So we are there. This is change. We're smack dab in the center of upturning the order and seeing what's next. And I think that the Knight of Wands is actually a very positive indication there. He is brave. He is passionate. He will charge into the future without fear because he has confidence that spirit is behind him and that his righteous indignation will lead him to victory. Okay, so I was going to make that a short reading, but I have some questions for the cards. So I want to do a little bit of a longer interpretation of some or maybe all of these cards. So we have the Emperor reversed in the first position, which, as I said, has to do with the mood of the public, sort of the collective atmosphere. This very much to me says evil empire. That's what we're seeing. Burn it all down, destroy the institutions. It has done nothing but evil for us, I think, is the mood that a lot of us are feeling. Don't know about you. But I wanted to consult Crowley's cards to see if it could tell us anything else. To me, and again, this is about how the public feels about authority, whether or not that is the truth of the authority, but it's looking like what we see their motivation as is strictly material gain. This also speaks to me about the second card we have here, which is the 6 of Pentacles reversed, and that's visible power, the public face of authority. The public face of authority is corrupt and exploitative, and that's all over the world. That's regardless of party. Most of us have lost faith in authority, generally speaking, is how I'm seeing it. Does the Thoth deck have any clarification it wants to make on that 6 of Pentacles reversed? Dominion, 2 of Wands reversed. So dominion in a negative, oppressive manner. That's what we're getting. That's what we're seeing from our political leaders. I would say the political class. As I mentioned before about this 10 of Cups reversed, that disappointment, that negative expectation, that hopelessness is in itself a tool of oppression. And I very strongly feel that part of the problem is that we feel like that cannot change. But the good news is that change is the only constant in the universe. So it will change inevitably, for better or for worse, it's changing right now. The Princess of Cups gives me a little bit of hope. about the direction of the change. Also, you know, as I mentioned before, the Knight of Wands gives me some hope about the direction of the change. Those of us who are uncorrupted, we still have that moral compass. Our moral compasses still work. We feel human empathy. You know, we feel, as I mentioned, righteous indignation, and we can use that as a catalyst to create change in the direction that is best for the people. What really I would like to get some clarification on is the Hanged Man reversed. And this was in the position of the turning point, the pressure point, where the situation is unstable and most likely to erupt. Let's see if the Thoth deck can clarify that for us. All reversed energy I can see already, which everything except for the Knight of Wands in our primary reading was reversed. And I'm not surprised. The world feels like it is completely upside down. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We have Three of Cups reversed, abundance, and the Princess of Discs reversed. Yeah, everything we thought was stable no longer feels stable. Even the thing about the Three of Cups, there's no more joy. There's no expectation of a good life. I think many of us are feeling that way right now. And although things are always changing, it's hard to believe that they're changing for the positive. But what is going to happen is going to happen regardless. I need to talk to the Tarot of the She deck because she is always the most clear to me. Justice. That's what we want to see, isn't it? Divine justice. We want to see people get what they deserve. We want to get what we deserve. As long as we think we deserve good things. If we think we've been doing good things. And we want to see those in power who have manipulated and oppressed and murdered. We would like to see them get what they deserve. One more card. Maker 7, effort sustained no matter how hard it feels right now. We are moving. We are gaining a new perspective. It is the tipping point. We are living through it. And so no matter how hard it feels, we have to harness that righteous anger and charge ahead. And I want to draw one more card from the Rider-Waite deck. Mostly because I like the way it sounds when I shuffle it. But I want to have some hope. Well, I didn't get that this time. 7 of Cups, illusion. I'm not going to lie to y'all. We'll just have to see what it turns out and be very, very careful what you put your hopes and dreams in.